Mute Me is back on ESPN Cricinfo. IPL 2022 is around. So I'm guessing Akash Chopra, Dan Vittori, and Chris Lynn all have something thematic to T20 cricket or the IPL. Let me quickly remind everyone of the rules. Each of you get to make one statement that you believe in and 60 seconds, up to 60 seconds to defend that, unless you are stopped by your two fellow panelists by showing the mute sign on screen. I would request you not to bring that sign up for at least 15 seconds unless you really disagree that what one of the guys is saying on the panel is complete rubbish. So let's go for it. Have some fun, and I would appeal to each of you to mute each other as much as you possibly can. Akash, your topic for today, sir.
Okay, my statement for today is that Hardik Pandya can play in India's T20I side purely as a batter. So the reason for that is I always believe that he's a good enough batter to actually just walk into the Indian T20 side purely as a batter. And this season, what he's done so far, he's just reinforced the same thing that he has the skills to finish, of course, but that should not be working against him. That if he's not bowling, he can't really play because that was the theory that was thrown around quite a bit. In my opinion, Hardik Pandya is a good batter, proper batter. Bats at 3 now, bats at 4, finishes things off. And also, just look around the kind of batters that we have. I think Hardik Pandya is good enough. That's all I have actually to say.
Okay, fine. So you did not get muted by Chris Lynn, so you could continue and finish the point. But Dan Vittori, I think for about 20 seconds into your argument, went and looked something up, maybe some numbers or something, and then came back. So let me ask Dan why he muted you. Dan, why did you mute him?
No. I thought Akash had made all the relevant points and he didn't need to talk anymore because I 100% agree. Hardik Pandya has to play in the T20 team as a batsman. Get rid of his bowling straight away.
Yeah. Okay. So if I am to ask someone which batter will miss out then, because you're going to play as a pure batter, then someone has to.
No, you can't do that to us. We're just making arguments. We can't apply logic.
You can't make half-hearted arguments.
Okay. Let me see. This is my argument, right? So. Who do you have for number 4? You've got Shreyas Iyer, you've got Rishabh Pant. Rahul, I think, is best suited at the top of the order. And when you put 3 of them together...
Mute has come late from Chris Lynn.
Chris has muted me. Oh, sorry. Okay.
But when we're outside of the playoff field.
Okay. No, he doesn't have to answer who has to change in. So that's fine.
All right, then. That's it.
Okay, so Hardik Pandya looks good to make this team as a batter as per Akash Chopra in agreement, Chris Lynn and Dan Vittori. Let's go to Dan. Next up. Dan, what's your statement?
My statement is that all wides and hip-high no balls are available to be reviewed by players because I think we've seen time and time again that the umpires do get it wrong. It's a very subjective argument, and I think the players actually have a better perspective on it. You see the wides, particularly at the back end of an innings when left arm like Arshdeep Singh's going across the batsman, and more often than not, it's actually crossing before the wide lines, and the umpires are calling it because of where it ends up with the wicketkeeper. And I think they get it wrong time and time again, and they're too important a calls because they have such an effect at the back end of the game. They diffuse great balls because more often than not, you're not scoring on them, obviously, because they're going through the keeper. So I think the umpires are playing a part in the game where they shouldn't, and I think they get it wrong too often, and I think the players are actually very good judges of this. And if they do review it, then they have 2 reviews, I think, and if they're successful, obviously they keep them, and potentially we could go to a hub-like situation I think the NFL has or the NBA where they just send through all information. Oh, I made it to 60 seconds. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you went to a different sport towards the end. Yeah. So no muting. Now, I thought maybe you all may agree with the point in principle, but the minute Dan said it's part of the 2 reviews, I was wondering if...
No, not part of the 2 reviews. No, you get your own separate
2 more reviews.
More
reviews.
Extra reviews, yeah.
Okay. Akash, happy with that?
See, I in principle, I agree with the idea of reviewing a no ball head above the waist height. The only reservation that I have is or the wides that the tram line and all of that. I feel third umpire. He needs to start stepping in. There is enough time there, and then you're not limiting it to just the 2 balls or 2 reviews that you use it, you burn it, and then you struggle afterwards. Why can't we empower the third umpire? That's my reservation. It's not with the idea itself. Idea is perfect, but in terms of the execution, let the third umpire step in. He's also looking at the front foot no balls anyway, right? Ask him to do
So
few
if-
more things.
Okay, let's go to Chris Lynn to see us off. Chris, what's your statement?
My statement is slow overrates. Basically, I want the umpires to be stronger in enforcing this. We've seen in the 100 where, 4 fielders are, only allowed outside the circle, once they're slower. But also, money, fines being enforced, but it never happens. I'm watching IPL games and they're going 25, 30 minutes over the allotted time slot. So I'd love to see the umpires really step in, and just thanks, Dan. But just make it's in the rules, so let's apply them. Let's not give leniency just because it's a game of cricket or it's Virat Kohli or Rohit Sharma, whoever it may be. Let's enforce the rules.
Okay, all right. So 2 things. So 1, the umpires need to speed it up, and 2, there should be a penalty on field in that game where you have 1 less fielder on the boundary. Have I got that right, Chris?
That's right. Yeah,
And
then
did not like it.
The fine can only go towards the captain, not the other 10 guys out in the field.
Okay, Dan Vittori had a very successful 100. Let's ask him why he disagrees with that. Dan.
I know. I 100% agree. I just like the fact that Linny is arguing so he can get to bed earlier because the games are going too late. So he needs to get to sleep. So he's turned into a commentator already. It's perfect.
Yeah, he's no more.
This rule should just be for Mumbai. That's all. Mumbai just takes the game so long and it's taking hats on and off between overs. There's no need for that whatsoever. Once you choose a helmet, you've got to stick with it. Or if you choose a hat, you've got to stick with it.
Now, I have to award a winner. I must say there was a lot of agreement here, not something that makes for an exciting show. So I'm going to give it to the man who was not muted at all for whatever reason and seemed to be quite keen to say Mumbai need to speed up. So Dan Vittori, you will win today, but it's not a worthy win. It's like one of those player of the match awards that, the commentators get. So
it is like that fair play award.
Yeah, it's something like that. I'm not feeling it. Yeah. Anyway, it doesn't get anything for
Kiwis always get that.
Yeah. All right. Well done, Dan, and a big thank you to Crystal and Akash Chopra. This was Mute Me on ESPN Cricket Info. We'll be back again soon.